Do either of you have any type of mantra or something that you tell yourself in terms of once you do audition and letting it go and not obsessing and checking the phone? Or is that just part of your process?
I physically throw away my materials in the office when I'm done. Like and hopefully there's a trash can in the room as I'm walking out so they can see me putting it down. Like look, you're either in it or you're not. You know what I mean? You either want me or you don't. So I'm not, I try not to think about it any more than that. I mean, you audition hundreds of times a year, and if you put stock into all of that, I mean, you get a few of them. And so the numbers aren't that great.
Yeah.
So you're going to be in a pretty bad place, I think, a lot of the time if you don't. You know what I mean? You got to just look at it as your time. This is my chance to act today in a sort of controlled setting. You know what I mean? I'm going to go in here and just do something for a few minutes, and it's a moment to go play, and then don't see it any more than that.
Yeah, I think like leaving the audition behind isn't as hard for me as like sometimes if it's something I've been preparing for a while, if it's like regardless of whether or not it's a role that I really want, I think in order to go in and like serve the character or whatever it is, you have to do all the work behind it, obviously. And I think that letting go of that, it feels like a death of like somebody that you got to know sometimes, if you got really attached to the person that you were playing, or like if you really connected with that, or especially if it was something where you had to go somewhere difficult emotionally. I think that is harder for me to leave behind, is like not so much, oh, I wanted that so bad. It was just like the chance to play something that was maybe you were more connected to, or that felt more real to you. And that's the kind of stuff that I'll think about later. I'll be like, oh, I hope I get the chance to, or like whatever, so. But as far as like the audition, yeah, if you beat yourself up about, I should have done this, or why did I say that, why did I wear this, or whatever, like, yeah, you'd just be beating yourself up all the time, and then that doesn't bode well for any time you walk in a room that reads on you, I think. So.
Well, I think there's a very fine line, like when you're in a room with a director, there's a very fine line of wanting to please and staying true to, taking the direction but staying true to what it is you need to do. Because that need to please can take over and take you to a place that you shouldn't be going, when you're not really, you're just, Anyway, I felt that when I first started in the business. It was like I would be so caught up in just wanting to please them and giving them what they want that I was losing a handle on everything that was me, and everything that was the only thing that was going to separate me from the other knuckleheads that walked in the door before me and after me. You know what I mean? It's like, so you've got to find that balance of course, I want to give the director what he wants. That's my job. That's my only job, is to service the author's words within the picture of this director. But at the same time, you can't get so lost in that moment of that audition space of just being like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta get this job. It's like the second that takes on, I mean, you might as well forget it. It's over at that point.